Hey guys, it's Jade. So the 24 and 48 hour readathon is about to start. It is 10:18 p.m. my time and it starts at midnight Eastern time, which is 11 p.m. So I'm gonna start reading at 11, I think. I wasn't sure if I was gonna start at 11 or if I was just gonna wait till the morning, but I'm wide awake and I feel like I can do this. So I'm going to start reading at 11. I'm going to be reading Knife of Dreams right here. This is the Watt Along or Wheel of Time read along book for January. And our live show for it is next Saturday, February 2nd. So I need to finish this book by then. But I also don't want it to be the only book that I'm reading during the readathon. I mean, 24 hours of reading one book, I feel like can probably get a little monotonous and boring. So I have two other books that I am trying to pick between as my secondary book for the readathon. I put a poll up on Twitter and on Instagram. Those two books, I'm not going to grab them because my battery is about to die, but they are This Cruel Design by Emily Suvada, which is the second book in the This Mortal Coil series, which This Mortal Coil was like my favorite book of 2017. And then also I have Into the Bright Unknown by Ray Carson, which is the third and final book in the Gold Seers trilogy, which I have loved that trilogy so far. So I'm not sure which one of those two I'm going to be reading. As of this moment, This Mortal Coil or This Cruel Design is winning, but we'll see what it looks like in the morning. I also bought a puzzle. I'll show it to you tomorrow, but I'm really excited to be working on a puzzle. I bought it specifically for the readathon, and it's been a really long time since I've done a puzzle, like over 6 months, so I am super stoked about that. Anyways, I just want to do a really quick intro into the readathon. Sorry, I'm talking so quickly, but my camera battery is blinking at me and I don't want it to die before I'm done talking.
Good morning. So it is about 8:30 or so in the morning. Wasn't planning on being up this early, but my husband, Justin, had to leave the house at like 8. I was trying to fall back asleep afterwards, but it's not happening. I'm not falling back asleep. The dogs keep licking me, and well, now they're being super cuddly and cute. Can you see? There's one, there's two. Anyways, update on reading. So after I filmed that clip, I started getting ready for bed, and I remembered that I actually needed to finish up on a video. I had scheduled it to post, but I actually hadn't like made the thumbnail or filled out the descriptions. So I had to do that before I could start reading. But I was able to start reading around 11:30, and I got a whole hour of reading in before I fell asleep. So that's exciting. 1 hour out of the 24 is done. And now I'm trying to decide, since apparently I'm not going to be able to fall back asleep, if I am going to read in bed for a little bit longer, or if I should get up and make some coffee and some breakfast and go read out like on the couch or somewhere else that's not my bed. But yeah, that's my update on my reading from last night, and I will check in with you guys soon.
Hey guys, so it is much later in the day. It is 4:43 p.m. Wow, today just flew by. I know I haven't filmed any clips since this morning. I did read more this morning for like a little over an hour. Let's see what my timer is up to. I'm currently at 2 hours and 12 minutes of reading, which is not exactly where I would have wanted to be, but I knew that I had a busy morning or afternoon today because today was the first day that me and the other World Hoppers crew got together and filmed a couple videos for our World Hoppers channel. That took like almost 3 hours. It was so much fun. I'm really excited about those videos coming out. So we finished that a little while ago, and then I actually had to run to the store to get another memory card because I'm just in the middle of filming so many videos right now that my memory cards are filling up, so I needed a new one. One unexpected result from filming the World Hoppers thing earlier today is that we talked for like 2.5 hours and it made my throat a little bit sore. So I think I'm gonna go and switch up and read a different book because so far I've been reading Knife of Dreams. Just finished chapter 4. I'm on page 158. Something that's kind of slowing me down with this book a little bit is that I'm doing something a little bit new with my book diaries, and I'm filming a book diary clip every 2 chapters or so. I need to film the clip for chapters 3 and 4, but like I said, my throat kind of hurts and I'm kind of just like tired of talking at the camera right now, so I think I'm going to switch it up and read a different book. I think I mentioned this last night, but I put a poll up on Twitter and Instagram to pick between these two books. I was trying to decide between This Cruel Design and Into the Bright Unknown, which are both sequels to series that I'm currently reading and loving. Last night when I went to bed, this one was actually winning, so I thought this was going to be the book that I was going to read, but as of today, this one is winning. So I think I'm going to go and sit on the couch and read this for a little while. Justin is starting to cook dinner, so we're going to eat soon. Or maybe not soon, it's going to take a couple hours, I think, because he's making a roast chicken, which is really yummy. So that's my plan. I'm going to take a break from Knife of Dreams right now and go read this on the couch for a little bit, and I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. Hello. So it is almost 9 o'clock, which is terrible. I have not gotten as much reading done as I wanted to. Let me see. I'm at 4 hours of reading today. That's so bad, but I haven't given up hope. I plan to stay up quite a bit later. In fact, I went and got myself some coffee from Starbucks, and I actually have quite the funny story about the adventure of getting this coffee. Before I left to go get this, I had been laying on the couch reading. I was actually reading this, and I got to chapter 6, page 70. So I read 70 pages in this, and I was like starting to kind of fall asleep. And I was like, okay, I need to go get me some Starbucks to help me wake up. I get there and I order, I'm in the drive-thru, and I get to the window and I realize that I completely forgot my wallet. I have no way to pay for it. So I tell the lady at the window, I'm really sorry, I'll be right back. I live like 10 minutes away, and I'm like totally embarrassed about this. So I went home, got my wallet, went back to the Starbucks, got back in line, ordered again, and as I'm coming up to the window, a light bulb goes off in my head because I had my phone with me when I went, and I realized that I have the Starbucks app on my phone. I've only used it a couple times, which is why it didn't occur to me, but my Starbucks app is linked to my credit card. Like, I can charge it up whenever I wanted to. So I totally could have paid for my coffee the first time I was there. So I had this whole ordeal. I went to Starbucks twice when I didn't have to, and I had to go through the embarrassment of telling her that I didn't have my wallet when I could have just paid for it on my phone, and I just felt so silly. So getting this coffee was quite the saga. I came home, I ate dinner, I read a little bit more in Knife of Dreams, and now I'm on page 174 in that book. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on my puzzle and listen to more of Knife of Dreams. I started a little bit of sorting over there. I guess I can show you. There's not really that much to see. So this is what I've done so far. Not very much. I just need to keep sorting. I'm going to start with all of the end pieces, and I'm going to put on Knife of Dreams on audio while I do this. And I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's starting to get late, at least for me. It is currently 11:18. I'm not doing great as far as reading time. Let's see. I'm at 5 hours and 25 minutes. So I am steadily losing hope that I'm going to be able to make it to 24 hours tomorrow, but I still want to read as much as I can before 11 p.m. just to see how far I can make it. But I'm going to have to change my game plan a little bit. So up until now, I have been reading Knife of Dreams. So I just finished chapter 8. I'm on page 222. So this far, so far. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying being back in this world. But the reason why I'm going to change... Oh, can't see my face. The reason why I'm going to have to change my game plan is just because I'm trying to record my book diary at the same time as while I'm reading it. And I'm having a lot of fun doing that, and I like doing it so immediately, but it's really slowing me down as far as my reading time. So I think I'm going to have to stop reading Knife of Dreams, at least until after the readathon is over, which is just another day. Here's where I kind of run into an issue. The other book that I'm reading, and I already started, like I said, I got 70 pages into, hold on. I got 70 pages already into the Bright Unknown, and this is the book that I did a poll for and won my poll by like 60% to 40%, and that's why I started reading this. But the problem is that I can't get this book on audio right now, so I think I'm actually going to stop reading this because listening to an audiobook is what's really going to help me get through the rest of this readathon. What I do have access on audio to is this Mortal Coil. So even though this book didn't win the poll and everything, I really want to read it, and I plan on reading it eventually anyways. And I can get it on audiobook, and I can listen to it and not have to stop every 2 chapters to talk to a camera. I think this is my new game plan. I'm going to switch and start listening to this and see how far I can get. And I'm going to keep working on my puzzle, which is coming along. Let me show you. This is what the puzzle looks like so far. I've got the outside done, and I started with yellows. And now I'm gonna, I think, go with some reds. I'm gonna have to sort through and find a bunch of reds. Let me remind you what the picture looks like. So I'm either gonna start with the reds next, or I might do some of the dark blues, like the indigo color that is like over here. That might be what I do next, because the rest of it, like this area over here that is like multiple colors together, is actually gonna be pretty hard to do, I think. So I'm going to switch to this Cruel Design audiobook, and I'm going to stay up as late as I can, and I think doing this puzzle is going to like help me stay awake. My coffee is gone. I drank it all, so that's going to help me stay awake, but also staying like upright and actively working on a puzzle versus like laying in my bed and reading. And even though I hardly ever stay up past midnight, I'm just going to see how long I can last, and then hopefully I can still wake up decently early tomorrow and continue listening to my audiobook. So that's my current game plan. I will check in with you later. Hello. So it's really late. It is 3:24 a.m. I literally cannot remember the last time I was up this late before, but I gave it my hardest, and I am now very tired. I've just been listening to the audiobook of This Cruel Design and working on the puzzle, and I definitely think that coffee helped me to stay awake. I am on page 188, which is roughly halfway through the book, and it's really good so far. I like it. It's very science-y, very genetics and coding heavy, and I love both of those things. I fell in love with this world when I read the first book, and I still love this world, and I think it's fascinating. So it's been a lot of fun so far. I have done the math, and there's pretty much no way for me to make it to 24 hours within the weekend. The only way I could do it is if I only slept for 4 hours and I read the rest of the hours that I'm awake tomorrow, which that's not going to happen. I think in the very least, maybe my new goal is going to be finishing this book, since I'm already halfway through it, and that only took, I don't know, roughly 6 hours of audio, I think. Yeah, this audiobook is 12 and a half hours total. I definitely should be able to finish this book tomorrow, so that's going to be my minimum goal, is just to finish that book. Reading 24 hours in one weekend is a lot harder than I thought. I mean, I knew it was going to be hard, but it was like even harder than I thought. Oh, I don't think I said how many hours I've read. It's 9 hours something. 9 hours and 23 minutes so far. I guess I can show you what I've done on the puzzle. I've made a lot of progress. I'd say I am about 35% done with the puzzle, but I'm going to have to look at it with fresh eyes tomorrow because my brain is dead right now and I'm so tired. Alright, this is what I've got so far. So I did tackle this red part next, but what I didn't really think about is there's some red up here. So I've ended up pulling those pieces out, even though it was kind of hard to put them together, so they're just kind of in a jumble. And then after that, I went for the blues over here, and I got the face done, which is awesome. And then I focused on this corner down here. I got a lot of that done, got these butterflies done, and then I started working on the green part right here, but that's when I started getting really sleepy, so that's where I'm going to end it. Tomorrow I'll continue with the green, and then I think I might actually skip over and work on, where's my finger, on like the black area here, and then work this way next. But we'll see, and I will update you tomorrow on the puzzle. Even though I'm not going to reach that 24-hour goal that I had, and I'm sad about it. I'm still really happy with the amount of reading that I'm getting done, and I was really looking forward to working on this puzzle, so I've been having fun with that. But now I'm gonna go to bed because I'm really tired. I'm gonna try to wake up at like a normal time and not sleep in late, but we'll see how that goes. My back is killing me from sitting here and working on this puzzle for so long. All right, time for me to go to bed. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Hello guys. So it is Sunday and it's 3 o'clock. I meant to do a check-in earlier because I was awake earlier, but I sound and look like this because I just woke up for an amazing nap. So I did wake up at like 10 this morning and I was like, okay, I need to get up and read. And I did read for like an hour, but then I was getting really sleepy and I just wasn't really feeling that great. I've always been the kind of person who needs like around 8 or 9 hours of sleep to function, and I was going on closer to 6. So I decided, since I wasn't going to be able to make 24 hours of reading anyways, that I just needed to do some self-care and take a nap. I love taking naps, and I haven't taken one in a couple of weeks now, so it felt really good to get in a nap, and I feel so much better, and I'm ready to get back to reading. So let me tell you how much reading I've done so far. I am just shy of 11 hours of reading. And now I'm back in my study and I'm about to start listening to my audiobook again and working on my puzzle some more. So I will check in with you guys later. Hey guys, so it is about 7 o'clock and I thought I would check in with you while I'm eating some Rocky Road ice cream, which is one of my favorite flavors. Since the last time I checked in, I have read more. I've been listening to more of This Cruel Design. I also took a shower and I ate an early dinner, or a linner as I like to call it, because I didn't really eat lunch, and that's why now I'm having ice cream. Time-wise, as far as how long I've been reading, I am just short of 13 and a half hours. I know last night when I was going to bed, I said that my revised goal for the weekend was just going to be to finish This Cruel Design. I'm about 85% through. Let me show you. I only have this much left, which is really exciting. I've been doing it all on audiobook. The narrator is okay. She's not my favorite narrator. Her voice acting is okay, but some of the voices that she uses for some of the other characters, I don't exactly like all of them. The book itself, though, is so good. It's just really action-packed and full of plot twists, and it's a lot of fun, which is perfect for a book for a readathon. So now that I'm almost done with that book, I think I have a new revised goal for the rest of this weekend, which is just the rest of today. I think I'm going to shoot for reading for 16 hours. It's a lot less than 24, obviously, but I think 16 hours in a weekend is pretty good because it's basically like I treated reading like a full-time job for the whole weekend, you know, 8 hours each day. So that's going to be my new goal. My puzzle is going really well. I'm almost done. I'll show it to you in just a second. All right, let me show you the puzzle. This is what it looks like right now. I've got pretty much the lady done, and all the colorful parts on the bottom, like this, is pretty much all done. And then, like I said last night, I started working up in this corner, because there's like these, they're like ocean waves almost, and then birds up here. And then I think I'm going to go back and focus on the red next. I pulled out a bunch, so I'm going to do like this part and this part next. And then save this part for last, because this part down here, it's like a really big peacock feather that has lots of different colors, and so it's a little bit challenging to identify when I'm going through the pieces. But yeah, things are winding down and I'm really excited, and I will definitely show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright guys, I will check in with you in a little bit. Hey guys, so it is 9:30 and I just finished my puzzle, which is awesome. I'm so excited that I did that. This puzzle is gorgeous. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, but I got this puzzle because the blue girl on the front reminds me of Sarai from Strange the Dreamer. On the reading front, I've read for a little less than 15 hours at this point, so just one more hour to go for me to meet my new goal, and it's only 9:30, so that's definitely going to happen tonight. I did finish reading This Cruel Design a little while ago, maybe like 30 minutes ago. It was so good. The ending was crazy, and most of the twists and turns I didn't expect. There was one that I sort of expected, but it still didn't quite go the way that I thought it would. It was so fun. And I wasn't sure at first, like as soon as I finished it, if I was going to give it 5 stars, even though that was my gut reaction. But after sitting on it for like 30 minutes, I decided I was going to give it 5 stars. January has been crazy. This is my 3rd 5-star read, and I still have to read a Wheel of Time book. Granted, I might finish it like on February 1st or something. Maybe it'll go into February, but I'm pretty sure that's also going to be 5 stars. This month has just been a really good reading month. I don't know if I'm going to be able to top it later this year. So that is my update for now. I am now going back to reading Knife of Dreams, the Wheel of Time book, and I'll check in with you one last time after I've read for another hour. Bye. Hello, we have reached the end of the readathon. It is just a few minutes before 11 p.m. my time, which is midnight Eastern and the end of the 24 and 48 readathon. So for the last hour and a half or so, I did a couple of things while listening to some more of Knife of Dreams. I painted my nails, and I painted them my favorite color. I was feeling like doing something a little bit colorful. I also worked on my bullet journal, just mapping out my spreads for February and doing a little bit of planning. I didn't get everything for February planned out, but I'm tired and I am ready to call it a night. So during the readathon, I finished one whole book, and that was this one, This Cruel Design by Emily Suveda. Apparently I've been saying that incorrectly because the audiobook narrator said her name. This is a YA science fiction book. It's the second one in I think it's going to be a trilogy, but it's definitely more than just 2 books, and I really enjoyed it. It's action-packed, fast-paced, full of plot twists, so much fun, which is exactly what I needed for a readathon, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I also got like 20% into The Bright Unknown by Ray Carson. Let's see, I got to page 70, and the only reason I stopped reading this was because I wanted to listen to an audiobook to help with the readathon. So I am going to continue to read this now that the readathon is over. And then of course I was reading Knife of Dreams. This was supposed to be my primary book for the readathon, and it ended up being more of my secondary book. So I read this a little bit at the beginning of the readathon and a little bit at the end of the readathon. I made it to page 278, which I had started it. I was 100 pages into it before the readathon. So I'm about this far into it so far. It's been so much fun getting back into this world. Even though this is technically a reread for me, I really don't remember the things that are happening in it, so it feels like a fresh read. And of course I have to mention that I did a whole puzzle this weekend. It's been a long time since I've done a puzzle, at least 6 months. The puzzle I picked out was so pretty, and I had a lot of fun with that. So the readathon didn't quite go as I had originally planned. The books that I had planned to read kind of got switched up a little bit, and I thought I had set myself up for success as far as being able to read 24 hours within the weekend. I didn't mention this in my opening clip because I forgot, but I actually took Friday, the day before the readathon started, off of work because I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done that I would typically do on the weekends, like editing and cleaning and things. I definitely want to try again the next time the 24 and 48 happens. I think it only happens like twice a year. But yeah, it's really challenging to read 24 hours in a weekend. But I didn't do that badly. I ended up with a total of 16 hours and 8 minutes. So my new revised goal had been 16 hours, and I met that goal, and I'm really proud of myself. I got a lot of reading done. I read a whole book this weekend. So all in all, I'm really happy with my weekend despite not reading for 24 hours. And now I am ready for bed. I'm exhausted after all of that reading. I hope you guys had a good time watching this vlog. I apologize that I was in my office for so much of it, but this is where I was all weekend. So what you saw is what I did. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like bookish content. I post 1 to 2 times a week. That is all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bookworms, keep reading. Bye.